Truth be told, these niggas' styles is old. I sit and laugh at these niggas like it's comedy gold. Everybody wanna rap, be solid, they wanna be bold, but halfway through the race.
We're here in the hot box today with our guy Kenny Davis from Ypsilanti.
What's up?
This video is brought to you by Michigan Raps Daily. Myself. Catch us at Michigan Raps on Instagram. Michigan Raps 247 on Twitter. All right, Kenny, let's start it off. Tell us your name, full name. Tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, that kind of stuff, some hobbies.
My name is Kenny Davis. I'm from Ypsilanti, Michigan. My hobbies, really just sports. That's it.
You leaning towards a certain sport?
Basketball.
Okay.
I hoop a lot.
You're a hooper?
Yeah.
Who's the team?
Well, NBA wise.
Wherever, man.
Okay, well, of course I got the Pistons to the day I die.
Okay.
But I've been a Warriors fan since like 2007, so that's about it. I like a bunch of different teams, but I just like watching the sport, to tell you the truth, more than anything.
You might catch some heat for that. You might catch some heat for that, but
look,
Warriors are fun to watch. You can't lie about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Look, man, it's good basketball, and I can't sit here and knock it. The way that they operate as a team, and just the way that they gel, and how they can add new pieces to a team and still hoop and run like everything is normal. Just everything from the GM to the coaching staff to, man, those guys are just ridiculous.
Yeah, man. They got so much talent, and I think it's nice too because you look at it and they got these pieces like Clay and stuff that you have actual feeling that they're not going anywhere.
They're not going anywhere.
And that's dope. But
people want Clay to leave, and Clay already said he ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
So if Clay leaves, I'm gonna be a little bit heartbroken about that because But it's crazy because I tell people all the time they can't get mad at Steph, Clay, and Draymond. I can understand you get pissed off at KD. I can understand it. I understand why. But Steph, Clay, and Draymond, they drafted them.
Yeah.
Those are all draft pieces.
Those were, they believed in them from the beginning, man.
Yeah, so shout out to the front office. You know what I mean? Because they doing their job out here.
Yep. All right. What was it like growing up in Ypsilanti? Because, I've been here for about 3 years now.
Uh-huh.
I know it's supposed to be the dirty little brother of Ann Arbor. Like that sounds bad, but you know how it is.
Yeah.
When you go to Ann Arbor, there's that.
Yeah.
That tier system kind of thing. But tell us about what it was like growing up here, man.
Growing up here, I went to Lincoln High School, and pretty much everybody knows everybody.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. Ypsi is it's a very condensed city. It's not super big or nothing. 9 times out of 10, me and you could be sitting there having this conversation right now. I could walk out into the world, start talking to somebody, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, I know him."
Yeah,
it's that small.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
you go to the other side of the town.
Yeah, and know somebody.
Yeah.
But growing up here it was just living, pretty much. It's not really like the shit was hard or nothing like that. It was fun. I think school made it more fun for me than anything. I think school was probably the most lit part about living out here because, besides school, it was, if you wasn't doing sports, you was chilling.
Yeah, you weren't doing shit.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, were you academic, was school your shit, or just you enjoyed the atmosphere?
I enjoyed the atmosphere.
Okay, yeah.
I enjoyed the atmosphere.
All right, that's fair.
High school. Yeah, definitely. I would go back to high school, definitely. To this day, I would do it.
But would you ace it this time?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
For sure.
See, that's my thing though. That's my dilemma. Is I know if I went back to high school, I could ace it. Mm-hmm. But it's almost I wouldn't want to do it differently than I did.
Because,
you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely didn't ace it the first go.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, I think it's tough to say that I would because I feel like my life would have been so much different if I actually would have tried to ace it. You know what I'm saying? But all right. What got you started in music? Who got you started in music? Maybe who your favorite artists were growing up?
I go way back, man, and shout out to my dad and my Uncle Spooner because they really got me started in music. My dad had me listening to Motown since I was 4. So I'm talking about I've been listening to the Temptations, the Four Tops.
Yep.
I'm talking about I've been listening to old, genuine music since I was 4 years old. So when it comes to getting me started in music, I blame my dad for that. Now, when it came to getting me started in hip hop, that's when my uncle came in.
Okay.
Because my uncle put me hip to Big, Pop, Snoop, Nas, guys like that. So when I started listening to hip hop as a kid, I was like, yo, this is hard.
I'm glad you mentioned Big and Pac though, because we're gonna get to that. Yeah. I'm actually interested for this part, so hold on. Who were so would you consider your dad and your uncle like inspirations also?
Yeah, my dad and my uncle got me started. My inspirations growing up as a full artist.
Yeah.
I have so many different inspirations. It doesn't make sense. Like I go from Nas, Cole, Eminem, Rakim, KRS-One, like even underground like MF Doom, Czarface. Like I fuck with a lot of artists. Earl, Mac Miller, R.I.P. to Mac Miller. I'm fucking sick.
Man, R.I.P.
Yeah, man. That shit broke my heart. I cried like for like 3 hours that day, bro. That shit broke my heart. R.I.P. to Mac Miller. Yeah, just guys like that, man. Like I take so many different influences. You know, I wouldn't even say I take so many different sounds. It's just like I sit back and I listen to different musicians and then just try to figure out like, damn, like how did they do this? Like they were so creative. Like wow, like this is great. This is a great angle they took on the album. Like that's when people talk about KOD,
right?
And they say like, I don't know, it's not the same Cole. You know, like Forest Hills Drive Cole. I'm like, it's a different Cole. You know what I mean? Because it's the angle that he took with KOD,
right?
That made such sense. Because even down to the cover art, the project makes sense. See, so it's really just angling and how I like watching how artists approach different things in their music, and I think that's an inspiration to me in how I approach my music. Like I know I can do this, but like what else can I do?
Okay.
You know, because I've been a pretty much bar heavy artist for a while.
Focused on the lyricism of it.
Yeah,
I noticed that.
Yeah, I'm a pretty bar heavy artist, but I like messed around and did a pop song Next Time with Jason.
Yeah, I've heard it. Yeah.
And it worked out pretty well.
It's on iTunes, right?
Yep, it's on iTunes. Yeah. Go listen to Next Time, featuring Kenny Davis, featuring Jason and Brianna Martin. Go listen to that shit.
We'll put the link in the video.
Yeah, definitely, because I messed around, I did it, and I was like, actually, this is nice.
Yeah, bro.
So, I'm just trying to figure out, what else can I do as an artist, and what else can I accomplish, because I know what I can do, but I want to know what else I can do.
Yeah. So, what's beyond your limitations.
Than just this.
Yeah. What was your first musical performance, or like the first songs that you put out?
So the first song, I actually can answer both of those.
All right.
The first song I put out, which is so crazy to say this, it was in like 2016, and it was called Day One, and it was a collab song with me and Mike Anthony. Shout out to Mike Anthony. Honestly, between me, Jason, and him, probably the most slept on artist between us three. Him, his pen, ridiculous. Like every time we sit down and we write music, I'll write something fire, and then I'll sit there and listen to him, and I'll be like, "What? I
gotta rewrite my shit."
I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like,
you don't want to look bad.
Yeah, but it's all cool though because that's my brother. You know what I mean? We roommates, everything, man. That's family. So the first song I came out with was Day One, and then the first performance I had was with him at St. Cecilia in Detroit.
Okay.
So that was where my first performance was.
How'd that go?
It was straight.
Yeah?
It was straight. But looking from then to now to the crowds I performed in front of is, man, I never thought I'd be here.
Yeah.
At this point, like, wow. I'm proud of myself for, keeping going, keep my head down and just keep grinding, just staying persistent.
It's rewarding, man.
It's rewarding.
I mean, like, this stuff, like, it's not always paying off, We have our down days, maybe down weeks sometimes, but, like, you stick with it, and it comes back, What goes around comes around. I think that's really nice, and especially as an artist.
Yeah.
To see those crowds start to fill up, like, that's got to be rewarding.
I'm telling you, it's no better feeling than being on stage, man. It's no better feeling. I promise you it's not. It's not a feeling on this world that I've experienced that's better than being on stage. And I remember I just had a radio interview with WCBN FM in Ann Arbor. That was probably one of the funnest things I've ever done on the radio.
Yeah.
Period. That shit was amazing. Like I've been trying to get back there ever since. Like, and I just did that like 2-3 weeks ago.
Okay. So
it was fun, man. But I just been having fun. Like I've been handling business, being an artist. Like it's a job, but it's fun. So, I just been having fun with everything.
So what would you say was your favorite musical performance then?
My favorite musical performance...
Was that one, the KLLO?
Live on Washington.
Yeah.
Had to be.
Yeah.
Had to be. Just because of who was there.
Yeah, that's true.
Man, you had artists like Die Hard there. Shout out to Die Hard, LHS alumni. Yeah, shout out to Die Hard. She out here doing her thing for real, and I rocks with Die Hard. Salute to you. Her, you had groups like Rosewood that was there, which is they're a band, but they're dope, man. Like, I mean, they're a very dope group, and I honestly want to collab with them just because, you know,
they got a nice sound.
It's
right?
It's not just because they got a nice sound. They're a band.
It's different.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
And it's just like I want to sit down and create. And like they got like I think it's like 5 to 7 people in their band. It's like I want to sit down and like collab with like 5 to 7 people and just be like, you know, what could we come up with? You know, just as a collective.
Bro, you gotta let us know if you actually do that though. That sounds awesome.
I want to do it. See what I mean? I'm just a guy that likes to collab with other artists.
Are you picky when you collab with other artists?
I'm not.
With who you collab with?
I'm not very picky, but I'll say like I have a guideline that I stay inside of. Okay. I don't want to lose myself. See what I mean?
You don't want it to become like their thing and you have to mold into it.
Yeah. I don't want to feel like I'm just out here just doing everything because other people are doing it.
Right. And you're just fitting in there.
Yeah. I don't want to just be like I'm a fit in or whatever. It's like I like being a person to be different. You know, and I feel like everybody should be different. Everybody is different, but I feel like listening to hip hop now, nothing is different.
Yeah.
Everything is the same.
Yeah, it's starting to pool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's starting to just mold.
And then you're hearing samples of the same beats. And then you got people stealing beats. Yeah, you
got people. I wouldn't even say stealing sounds, but it's just like everybody sounds exactly the same.
Yeah.
Like think about how many people you know that sound like Gunna, Baby, Cardi. Like think about that. It's so many people that sound like this. You know what I mean?
Well, because they see them get famous, and they're like, well, if I do that, there's the fan base already there.
See what I'm saying?
So they can just hitch that ride, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But and some of them, I mean, they still get to fame. You know what I'm saying?
True.
It still works out, but it's kind of
which
like...
I understand. I understand it completely of why, you know, like, everybody is taking this route.
Right.
Because I understand of, you know, even with Detroit artists, you know what I mean, with, you know, T Grizzly, All-Star JR, you know, FMBDZ, all those kind of guys, you know, shout out to them, but it's like I understand why they do it because, you know, even though it's not my style of hip hop, I understand that's their way out.
And it works.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
That's their way out. You know, it's just like sports. So, you know, I understand it. I'll never knock anybody's sound of music because, you know, if this is your way out of the hood, or out of your struggle, whatever your situation is in, take it.
Yeah.
So, you know,
that's how I
feel.
All right, so tell us about any like current upcoming projects because I know you have the songs on SoundCloud, on iTunes, that kind of stuff. But I know I've been hitting you up here and there like, hey, what's coming? You know what I'm saying? What's coming? What can we expect?
Definitely what you can expect is, as of right now, I'm kind of in a writing process.
Okay.
So I'm not saying I'm not dropping music because I'm gonna give out like singles here and there, but I'm in such a writing process to the point where it's like I got like song after song after song after song I'm just writing to, and I'm just running straight through it. So I feel like once I'm gonna get to that point where it's like, all right, cool, I got a decent amount of content.
You got a pile of stuff, and then you can start.
I could just drop it, one at a time, and start being able to just build a collective of things and start building my fan base.
Okay.
Because what I notice about a lot of artists, what people like to see is that they like to see progress.
Yep.
Instead of, you know, becoming worse.
Yeah, you can have content, but if you're not changing it all, you're getting worse.
Exactly. You know so like I notice, you know, a lot of artists what you'll kind of see is that they'll put like their worst song first, then the song that's a little bit better than that after, and they'll drop their best song.
Yeah. See
what I mean? So it's an upward effect because that's what people like to see. They like to see growth. So I'm not saying I'm gonna be dropping my worst music right now, not at all. But I'm just at the point where I'm like, all right, cool. I'm right now finding a different way to do what I can do, you know, while still maintaining myself.
Right.
So that's pretty much. But end of the day, though, I got an EP coming.
EP?
I do have an EP.
How many tracks you thinking?
See, it's been flipping back and forth between like 7 and 8.
Okay.
Between 7 and 8.
Not something like 15 or 20 or some shit like that.
No. I was thinking about going
That's
with
not an
just...
EP anymore.
Yeah, that's not an EP.
That's true.
That's not an EP. That's an album. Like,
that's what I'm saying, though, is like, are you thinking album at all?
I'll do album once I
It's long term, right?
It's long term.
Okay.
But here's my thing with albums. When I write albums, I write EPs, mixtapes, and albums. I write them totally different. So if I do a mixtape, I'm just throwing songs together, putting them out there.
Yeah.
An EP, I'll have a little bit of a structure.
Kind of like a theme. Yeah.
But an album, I'm taking a complete angle. You know what I mean? An album is different from a mixtape to me. So if I write an album, I'm taking some time off. I'm finding something I can latch on to, or some inspiration, and I'm just writing about it. Okay. Like just like I said before, like Cole with KOD.
Yeah.
Like that.
The angle.
Angle that he took. See what I mean?
So the songs that like I caught on to when I first met you, it was like, what, June probably? You would say, yeah. Whenever that show was, right? It was like right at the beginning of June, wasn't it?
June 2nd.
Yeah.
June
so it was right at the end of May or the beginning of June when I ran into you. The songs that I caught on to were...
Oh yeah, I was outside handing out flyers and shit.
Yeah. And I was working. I was serving at a restaurant at the time.
Yeah, see, shit just happens, man.
Yeah, man.
Blessings are real.
Blessings are for real, man. Chase your dreams, kids.
For real. Chase your dreams, don't quit.
The 4 singles that I listened to when I first started like digging into your music was the 4 that were like your logo cover. So like the Rico freestyle, Back to the Topic, Research freestyle, and personally my favorite, which is like when I've talked about you to other artists, I point to the Old Flows song. I personally, that's one of my favorites, so that's kind of why I use it. I mean, would you use it differently? Would you pick a different song?
Nah, because I feel like all of my content is still my music, so I appreciate it for anybody even speaking my name in a sentence when it comes to music. Like that's a blessing in itself.
Yeah, I've actually several guys.
that's a blessing. Thank you, by the way.
Yeah, man.
But Old Flows, I remember when I came out with Old Flows, I was still in high school, and people were coming up to me like, "Yo, this shit is good," And I wish I would have knew back then what I could do. Now, what I'm doing now, I wish I would have knew that back then. Because I'd have been so far ahead right now. Yeah. I wish I would have knew, but, time is progress. It's progress.
Well, not that age, man. It's hard to pull the trigger and make that decision like that's going to be what you commit to when you haven't even graduated yet. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I knew I was going to do music, but it's like once I got out of high school, once I got to my, like, junior, senior year, I was like, this is it. Yeah. This is it.
Right, but you got to finish school first. Yeah. I mean, guys like Lil Pump and stuff like that are like, you get lucky, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's shout out to those guys who can drop out of school early and get big. Like, that's phenomenal. Obviously, that's like the dream.
Yeah, shout out to y'all.
Yeah, it's kind of like when
that's like almost like a 1 in a million thing that happens.
Right. It's kind of like when you're around, like, for instance, like a college basketball player or something like that, and these D1 guys a lot of times think like they're all gonna go pro. You know what I'm saying? Right. Which is like kind of like the problem that you see.
And then like 75% of them go G League.
Exactly, or if they even get drafted at all. You know what I'm saying? And I think you're starting to see that with artists now, where they think like, oh, I'm gonna commit to this, and this is gonna be it. I'm gonna chase it. I'm gonna get big. Whatever to school. I don't need that. I'm gonna keep this steady day job to have a little bit of pocket money, buy some studio equipment or something. And I'm gonna chase this, and this is gonna be my life soon. And then it doesn't work out, and then where you at? You know what I'm saying?
See what I mean? You have to have a backup plan. Yeah, definitely.
But what was to take it a little bit back because I got off topic? What was the inspiration behind those original 4 tracks?
Really, I was just writing. Whatever came to my mind at that point in time. It wasn't like I was inspired by anything really, but it was just I was trying to be creative. Like Research, I did that strictly because of Big Sean. Yeah. Strictly because of Big Sean and Ariana Grande. That beat was so hard to me, and Ariana Grande, like, delivered so hard on that chorus. I was just like, this shit is hard. I want to do it, So I found the beat and I just did it. I just put it on SoundCloud. So shout out to Big Sean though, cause
he's from the D.
Yeah, he's from the D.
He's a Michigan boy.
That's one of my favorites. I tell you the truth, he does not get the respect and the credibility that man deserves. as an artist, bro. Straight up and down.
That's fair.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
And like I still listen to the Detroit mixtape. Like that's like Shine Don. Come on, bro. Like that's come on. People got it messed up out here, man, with Big Sean, bro. He deserves way more credit than he has. You know, he deserves way more respect for sure. Not even just here in Michigan, but just in the hip hop game.
Right.
Period. He deserves it.
So, would you consider yourself a rapper? Like, you know what I mean in that sense? Like, I guess my perfect example was, you know who Drum is?
Yeah.
It stands for Does Real Ass Music, I think.
Uh-huh.
He was called the rapper once. I saw on an interview with, I think it was, I can't remember his name, but Tyler, the Creator, was interviewing with some guy who runs a talk show, and he's famous, and I should know his name, but in both occasions, they were titled as a rapper. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't like that. They're like, no, I'm not a rapper. You know, I'm this. I don't want to be a rapper. I'm this. That was in Tyler's case. Yeah. Would you consider yourself a rapper? Or what would you, like, if you had to give yourself a title?
If I were to give myself a title,
yeah,
I would say hip-hop artist.
Okay.
And, you know, you can say rapper and hip-hop artist are the same thing, but when I think about hip-hop artists,
I don't think they're at
it's
all
so many different ways you can go in hip-hop. And, you know,
like Juice WRLD's a hip-hop artist, but he's not a rapper.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's not like a when I think rapper, I think just bar. Honestly, I just like to make good music.
Yeah.
And it just so happens to be hip hop. So that's it. Yes, I'm a hip hop artist. That's how I would title myself. When people ask me, "Oh, what do you do?" I'm a hip hop artist.
So what makes you different then?
What makes me different?
What makes you stand out?
Sound. Definitely sound. And what I mean by that is, if prime example, next time is a pop beat, but I incorporated my own style of hip hop, my own style of rap to it.
Yeah. So
it kind of blends both of the two, which kind of makes it a different thing than just straight rapper. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, bro. I was gonna see if I could actually pull it up. Well, we might play it at the end.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
We're gonna work on that. While I'm looking that up, answer the question for me. What do you consider your strengths, and what do you consider your weaknesses? First of all.
What do I consider my strengths, and what I consider my weaknesses?
Right.
What I consider my strengths is definitely diversity. I try to be as diverse as possible, and I mean that in the most literal sense. Like I literally try to do everything and just find out what works for me. Like it'll be sometimes like I'll go on, like I'm a J. Cole-esque type of person.
Yeah. I think I even compared you to J. Cole in the blog, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Check out our blog. We're on WordPress. Just off topic, but keep going.
No, but I'm a J. Cole-esque type of person because J. Cole is one of my biggest inspirations. But I'll go on YouTube and look up a Frank Ocean type beat just to be different.
Frank.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
Shout out to Frank.
Shout out to Frank.
Just to be different, I'll go look up a Frank Ocean type beat. I'll go look up an Earl type beat. I'll go look up whatever. Just whatever kind of beat I can think of. Like I'll go look up a Travis Scott type beat just to be different. And I feel like that's one of my best things. It's just diversity. That's my strength. I say weakness-wise, I would say I'm such a hard lyricist. And what I don't mean that to brag, but I say what I mean by I'm such a hard lyricist is that everything I write is so complex.
Yeah.
To the point where you would have to listen to it and be like, wait. What happened?
You gotta rewind.
Yeah, you have to understand. So I think my thing is that I need to learn how to water stuff down.
Slow down
so people can completely understand what I'm saying in a shorter sentence. See,
condense the information.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
So I think that's definitely something I could work on for sure, because when I write, it's one big ass picture with like 50 million words in it, where I could just put it into like a little poster with like 6 words on it. See what I mean? Yeah. And still get the same message across.
Start to wrap this up a little bit. Got a few more questions for you, man, and then we'll do the freestyle after that. Where do you see yourself in a year from now?
Oh, in a year? I see myself back on Live in Washington again.
Okay.
Because hell yes, I would go back to Live in Washington. Back on Live in Washington, probably doing a lot more.
Okay.
And not just, dropping songs. I mean, as a businessman.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what another thing that could separate me from a lot of artists is that, understanding the other side of hip hop. Social media has this thing where, we just look at him, oh, he's on stage in front of hundreds of thousands of people and he's rapping and he's getting paid. But it's not a lot of people that pay attention to the paperwork behind the scenes. And George Clinton is a prime example of this. He came out with Atomic Dog a while ago. Shout out to George Clinton. He came out with Atomic Dog a while ago. And it had to be over 30, 40 years ago now or something a long time ago. And he got the rights to that song stolen from him. And he just got the rights back probably within a year or two. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's really just, it's understanding what's in the fine print. And I feel like me going to Eastern for business could play into, well, you're not just about to sit this shit in front of me and act like I don't know how to read it and what's here. See what
you're
Yeah.
You're gonna be able to handle your own stuff.
Exactly.
Bit, which I think is important, and it's something that, the reason why these guys all have managers is because they can't handle it themselves. Exactly. And I'm not saying managers are bad.
Right.
I mean, managers are a great asset to have.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a great second opinion, and it's someone who you can count on. But when you don't know jack,
lick of shit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're helpless, and I think that a lot of guys get played in that way.
Yeah, they do. They do, and that's something I definitely want to avoid, man. You got to be about your money out here at the end of the day.
Yeah.
We I love music, but if I make this my career, I got to get paid. See what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a passion, but it's also my job. So this is what I do on a day-to-day basis. So,
So, just off the top of my head, what's been the bop lately? So, for instance, I've been listening to a little bit of Tyler, Flower Boy mainly. I mean, I like his old stuff, but I've been listening to the new stuff. Flower Boy's just a phenomenal album.
Flower Boy is fucking phenomenal.
It's a phenomenal album. I've been listening to a guy called Cold Heart. It's very low key. But what's been the bop lately, man?
For me?
For you, what have you been playing lately? I know you mentioned a couple that you play on the daily.
I've been listening to a lot of MF Doom.
Okay.
I've been listening to I still listen to Frank, still listen to Drizzy, still listen to Cole. If I gotta say anybody, it's really just between
out of the norm, who you've been listening to lately.
Yeah, I would say I've been finding myself going back and listening to old projects. So recently I just got done listening to Return of the Boom Bap on the way here.
Oh, okay.
So that's pretty much what I've been listening to.
Right.
Just old music, just trying to understand and expand my knowledge of hip hop. So in Return of the Boom Bap is a classic. That. A lot of people I've been listening to Wu-Tang. Just a lot of Method Man, a lot of
Damn.
old hip hop. So that's been it for me.
Okay.
Because I fuck with old hip hop like that. I've been listening to Nas for.
Nas is phenomenal.
Yeah,
man.
Shout out to Nas. That's another one of my idols. Shout out to Nas. I've been listening to Nas. I remember the first time I listened to Nas. Changed my perspective on hip hop forever. I had never fell in love with hip hop harder after I got done listening to Nas. Once I heard Illmatic, I was like, yo, this shit is fucking crazy.
Illmatic to me is top 10 hip hop album of all time. Maybe I'm reaching to some people, but listen to it, man. I mean, for real.
Bro, it's Illmatic. It's Illmatic. You got Illmatic, Godson. It was written bro, Nas to me, top 5 dead or alive. Top 5 dead or alive. Because he has too much. Bro, has anybody really sat down and listened to Rewind?
Right.
He literally wrote a song backwards that made complete sense. Like I can't. I don't know what you want me to do after that, bro. Like I did, man. It's guys like that that make me don't want to rap anymore. It's like, really, dude.
Like you expect me to be able to...
You like come on, man. That's why I love Eminem, but after I listen to Eminem, I be like, you asshole. I don't want to rap anymore, man. Damn, Shady. But no,
you just gotta be yourself, man.
Yeah, man. I think that's the biggest thing for me is just being myself, and I feel like that's something that a lot of artists. I've had people ask me all the time that want to come into the music game, like, yo, what can I do to start rapping? First thing I tell them is, hey, take your time.
Yeah.
Because coming into the music industry, it ain't just going into the studio and just throwing bullshit in the air. If you really want to be successful like that.
Yeah.
So take your time. Be yourself. Be yourself and find different ways to be yourself. And I feel like since so many people are different, you're going to end up finding so many different variations of people being themselves, which causes diversity in hip-hop. So that's what I tell people. That's my two best things I can tell you. Be yourself and take your time.
Would you consider that the message to the fans? Because that was my last question.
Message to the fans. Thank you. I love y'all straight up because I love all my fans.
We love y'all too.
Man, no matter who you are, if you like, I'm so appreciative to the point where if you even took the time to click the link that I sent you, thank you. Whether you listen to the song or not, you clicked the link. You didn't have to click the link. You know what I mean? You could have just opened the message and just not read. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, you could have not clicked the link. You could have just left it on red. You could have just not even opened the snap. See what I mean? So thank you for anything that has contributed to my music career in the slightest, down to the whatever. You know, thank you. Love all my fans. Mom, Dad, love you. They've been supporting me with this music thing for a while, especially my pops. Long live Chris. Long live my baby brother. That's it.
All right, man. Appreciate you coming on today, bro. Get the freestyle up next, all right?
Of course. Yes, sir. Michigan Raps Daily. My name is Kenny Davis. I'll talk to y'all later. Okay. Yeah. Truth be told, these niggas' styles is old. I sit and laugh at these niggas like it's comedy gold. Everybody wanna rap, be solid, they wanna be bold. But halfway through the race, niggas drowning they fold. I know, this shit is crazy. Niggas can't stop me. My bars are probably knock rappers off of the map, probably. I got your girl addicted to me like a drug. And I'm giving her side effects like I'm Matt Hardy. I'm back ballin', I'm back styling, I'm back wildin'. The rest of y'all just act childish. I'm back flossing, I'm back bossing. Think of a patient after the physical therapy. I'm back walking. All I do is chase those meals. I got your hands on your head, tornado drill. Anybody wanted this, better be careful with that. I take a word and flip it, you not up to par when you rap. I don't even know why niggas be acting like that. Then they got the nerve to ask why you rapping like that. Cause I was hungry when I was broke, so I'm stacking like that. It's 200 for a verse, nigga, I'm taxing like that. It's like I'm playing, I ain't finna be taxing like that. But depending who you are, it just might happen like that. Moving low key so I don't get put in the dirt from a Mac. Or so my name ain't on the chest, there's a RIP tap. I rap for real, I don't see how they got a problem with it. Every time I move, just know I'm about my business. My niggas been through that struggle, we had to split the plate at dinner. Now we don't take a loss to breadwinners. Treat music like my passion. That's a day to day. I told the girl she insecure like she is a race. She said you funny with your money, that make you insecure. I told her no, just know what I bring it insecure. Nowadays rappers mug me and give me a mean face. They know I got a handle on the top like a briefcase. Zach and Cody with my moves. I just live my life the sweet way, and I do it without a sweepstake. Every time I turn around, it's a nigga getting caught up. See, with me, that wouldn't happen in the first place. Somebody call ESPN because I must be off the Molly the way I skip to to the max on my first take. I've been getting bad news and niggas dying. Been paranoid of street lights since 808s and heartbreaks. Then I realized who I was and started showing people I'm the only killer whale in the Shark Tank. They can see it in my face. Control the game at my pace. Rest of y'all just so late. Half of y'all just so late. Rest of y'all just so lame. They see the real me all the time. That just mean I'm masked off like a probate. At the club, my niggas and that time went well. A lot of shit happened that night. Stories I probably never tell. Took the girl number down. They want her heart to be frail. But now she waiting on a call back like Ashley Tisdale. Crazy how they think I'm not real with rap. Don't need words, my words bullets I can kill with that. Anybody shooting 40s, Dracos, choppers and maps. While I'm masked up like Bane, making the field collapse. That just mean I'm blowing up and I'm watching y'all crumble. Nowadays we all fighting for possession like a fumble. I hear them talking but they won't ever say it to my face. But that EP on the way, nigga, EP on the way, nigga. That's crazy. And that EP on the way, nigga, EP on the way, nigga. Shout out EB. Cold Boys, what up? We out.